I don't think that's sensible. What it means in that code is that Arsenal going to add one or two big profile players, two big players of consequence to the team, two experienced campaigners, two experienced influential members that can come into the team and be in the first team. That's how I interpret it. If you interpret otherwise, leave in the comment section why I should think Arsenal will just sign one or two players. That doesn't make sense in any level. We can't just sign. Let's be real. Yeah, man. Apart from the players from the. Hi guys, welcome to Sakai with 304. Please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. So when I drop these videos, you are allowed, like I said, place a like on the videos and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be discussing transfers. The season is winding down real quickly. 4 or 5 matches to go, and we know this is the season for the transfers. A lot of speculations, a lot of deals being done underneath, a lot of agreements, a lot of advanced stock. Like yesterday, you can go watch my video I posted the last time of Jesus, who has reached some sort of personal agreement with Arsenal. We are yet to speak to Man City, but I think we've had an agreement. We are in advanced talks, to put it mildly, advanced talks with Jesus of Manchester City. So I want to discuss a few of the rumors going around the Arsenal's transfer. To be specific, we are being linked to certain players, and certain players going to be leaving the club. So let's discuss a few. We know Edu granted ESPN Brazil an interview on Saturday before the Arsenal Manchester United game that we won 3-1. There are some quotes from that interview. So, Miseps, according to Edu Gaspar, maybe next season we can go for one or two big players. Our planning has already been done. It has already reached the owners. It's a matter of step by step how we end the season and put a plan into place that I am very excited about. Interesting quote. It says we can go for one or two big players. Key thing, one or two big players, we can go. Doesn't mean we're going to sign one or two players, because I'm sure some people are going to misinterpret this quote that, as I'm going to sign two players. I do not subscribe to that. I don't think that's sensible. What it means in that quote is that Arsenal going to add one or two big profile players, two big players of consequence to the team, two experienced campaigners, two experienced influential members that can come into the team and be in the first team. That's how I interpret it. If you interpret otherwise, leave in the comment section why I should think Arsenal will just sign one or two players. That doesn't make sense in any level. We can't just sign one or two players. We know next season, the English Premiership teams can now make 5 substitutions, right? So even at the moment, we know because of injuries to Partey and Kieran, we know how that's affected the team. So we need to add experience in the midfield, and we need to bring strikers. We know Lacazette is leaving, Nketiah is leaving, Aubameyang left in January window, and we need to sign at least 2 strikers. If you remember my previous video that I dropped yesterday, you can go and watch that video and stick a like to it. I discussed our advanced talks with Jesus, meaning we are going to bring in at least 2 strikers, since we lost Aubameyang. We didn't replace him in January. We are losing Lacazette and we are losing Nketiah. We need to get in at least minimum of 2 strikers, because hopefully we qualify for the Champions League, or if we fall off and qualify for Europa League, we still need two strikers. We cannot go on a season campaign with 1 striker. That will be shooting ourselves in the foot. We cannot repeat the mistake we made this January. So we need to get at least 2 strikers. And according to this code, we are going to get 2 big or 2 high-profile signings. Then we can actually get some other players to fill in the squad and add some required experience in the squad. But from this code, it shows that Arsenal is actually going to get 2 high-profile players. We know the likes of Pepe might be leaving the club. Unfortunately, it's our highest. That's our record signing, and it hasn't worked out for some reason. Pepe hasn't worked out and might be leaving the club. The likes of Saliba who has been dropping some disturbing quotes, and I don't know how to interpret some of his commentary because how do I put this? Saliba thinks he can come back from loan and just walk into the team and be a starter. That's impossible. I don't. That's how old is he? What experience does he have? How many caps was he have for the French national team? You think he can just go on loan, play at Marseille? With all due respect to the French league is not as competitive as the English Premiership. The French league cannot stand toe to toe with the English Premiership. The defending in the French league is not at the same power and pace as the English Premiership. So you can't go on loan, come back and expect to displace Ben White because you had just a season long loan. Come on, what are you smoking there? I rate Saliba as an oncoming young defender, but his comment about him coming, not sitting on the bench. I'm not saying you have to sit on the bench. There'll be matches for Saliba to play. We are going to be either in the UEFA Champions League or the Europa League. There'll be a Carling Cup. Sorry, what's it called? The Carling Cup, the Premiership, the FA Cup. There are enough matches to go around. But for you to think you can just come back and displace Ben White or Gabriel, and you want to be a starter, I think that's impossible. And if you don't want to stay, you can be sold. You can go. I rate him. I want him to play for Arsenal, but you will not lay down a marker for the club. You are not bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the club. No player. You will, if you want to play, you will fight for your shit, and you'll be picked on merit. You will not be picked by some threatening to leave the club. If you want to leave, you can always leave. Like I say, no player is bigger than the club. Let's look at some other transfer rumors and stories that came out this weekend. Let's look at there are some except from David Ornstein, where they said Arteta wants 2 strikers this summer. Like I said earlier, Arteta wants 2 strikers this summer. Edu is in talks with Jesus Red for months and also looking for a central midfielder. We know we need to get a good partner for Partey. I love Xhaka, but we can actually have we can do better than Xhaka. I am not slighting Xhaka. I don't want Xhaka to be sold, but I think we need experience in the midfield. We need more than 2, 3. I think at least we need 4 quality experienced midfielders in our midfield. We know Arsenal will not be renewing and then his deal. He'll be living on a free, even though it says if Arsenal offered him a deal, he will sign it. But I don't think Arsenal is going to offer him a deal. Not because he's not a good player, but we need to move to the next level. And then he has been a good servant for the club. He doesn't moan, he doesn't whinge. He has, since Partey has been out and Sambi couldn't cut it, and then he has come in the last 2 games and bulked up the midfield, playing alongside Xhaka, giving us that balance and strength in midfield, which is fantastic. But we know we can do better than him, and he is not the required quality. We can do higher than that. Even though he's doing well for the short period of time, but we need to, if we want to bridge the gap between us and the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, we need to get quality midfielders so we can compete. So Arsenal needs to get, Arsenal are looking for midfield player, and we know Arsenal like the likes of Ruben Neves and Tielemans. Tielemans, for me, even though he has the English Premiership experience, this season has given at least 3 penalties away. I do not rate him that much. I do not know what you guys think. Tielemans this season has given 3 penalties away. He's caused the odd good goal, yes, but I do not rate him. I think we can do better than Tielemans. I think he's kind of slow, doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have that engine we require, but I prefer Ruben Neves, who has, in my opinion, has the engine, he has the pace, he has the experience. Even though, like I say, he's slightly quicker than Tielemans, but he doesn't give away penalties in the box. His tackling is, in my opinion, is better than Tielemans' tackling. He scores the all-screamer once in a while. He's a goal scoring midfielder, in my opinion. So I think I'll always take Ruben Neves ahead of Tielemans. What do you guys think? Leave in the comment section. Will you pick Ruben Neves ahead of Tielemans or Tielemans ahead of Ruben Neves? Let's not forget, Tielemans has given away 3 penalties this season. 3 penalties. He has poor tackling in the box. And we know we cannot add another Xhaka. We know how Xhaka can be very poor in his tackling. We do not have two players who might be some sort of liability in our midfield. We cannot deal with that. We need to get an upgrade, a proper upgrade. Even though Tillman will come on a cheap because he has one more year, so Leicester will be forced to sell him, just like Jesus. Marseille will have to sell Jesus because he's having one more year on his contract, right? But at the same time, we can't be penny pinching to buy the wrong quality. Let's not forget the trauma, the likes of Ozil, even though he didn't come on a cheap, Mustafi, Socrates, Costas. We need to do better and learn from our mistakes. So, like in my opinion, Tielemans is a good player, but I think defensively is a liability. When we have Xhaka, we don't need to add Tielemans. I think we can do better. If we can go to Europe and get better quality, fantastic. But if we're going to get admission from the two that we are being linked with, which is Tielemans and Ruben Neves, I'd rather take Ruben Neves. What do you guys think? Leave in the comment section. Let's go to the other piece of news from Kaya Kenan Street. According to him, as per Chris Whitley, Arsenal are tracking the profile of Tammy Abraham for their central forward recruitment this summer. But what exactly is that? You look at, okay, they are tracking a player in the frame of Tammy Abraham. I know Arsenal were interested in Tammy Abraham last season, but they couldn't get him because we wanted to sell Lacazette before we can get in. Unfortunately, that did not materialize. We know Tammy Abraham is playing for AS Roma right now, and we know there's a buyback clause in his contract from Chelsea, and I'm sure Roma will not want to sell him in the second season. They bought him this season. They can't sell him immediately. And if they want to sell him, Chelsea have the right of first refusal on him. So I think that would be a very, very dodgy deal. We can't get Tammy Abraham. And I don't rate him that much, but we want a profile of that kind of player. In Europe, we know we can get players in that profile, provided we are ready to pay the premium. The likes of Vlahovic we chased in January, but went to Juve. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one done. So I'll be interested to see the kind of striker you're talking about. They want someone tall, someone athletic, someone agile, someone who's good on the feet, left, right, can hit the ball, can pull off a good hold-up play. That would be very interesting for us to see, since they want that kind of profile. Interesting. What kind of striker do you think they are looking at? Even though they want, like I said, they want a profile that looks like Tammy Abraham. That would be very interesting. And I can't wait for us to actually conclude or close the deal for Jesus. Like I said, I love the links of Jesus. I love the fact that Arsenal in advanced talks with him. I rate him, even though some of the Arsenal fans are turning their nose on Jesus. I think Jesus to Arsenal is a fantastic deal. He's a hard worker, like I said in my previous video. He knows how to press. He knows he can play on the left wing. He can play at the center half. He can play on the right wing. He's industrious. He doesn't hide in games. He scores in high-profile games. He scores in the big six games, in the mid-table games, and the lower-tier game. He's a workaholic. He's about to just get into his prime. He's 25, and he has one more year in his deal, and he's going to be coming relatively on a cheap. That's a fantastic deal for me. Guys, what do you think about the topic we've discussed? Leave your comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Let's be real. Bye from the players from the